So we are here today for the AI Associate Developer Series. More like, again, this event is like a reunion, and we are gladly doing this event for you to have a reunion and as a mentors recognition event as well, because indeed we have closed this program and with quite good results. It was a program of significant volume. All of you were highly engaged. Our mentors put a very big effort into driving this program. So I think after such efforts and everyone staying engaged for such a long time, it's been quite a long journey. We can put 1 hour into just rejoicing, like celebrating the program, and then look towards new steps together. So in this event, I will present the mentors, the ones who are present today with us. I will offer the mentors a diploma on behalf of UiPath community, and also give them the chance to speak and say a few words about the program and what the mentorship journey meant for them in this program, how they began, what were their initial thoughts, and what were the thoughts on which they ended, let's say, the program. And then we will open up for feedback and Q&A from you, from the participants. We really want to hear your voice today. And in the end, I will give you all a pre-registration form for the next series for the AI professional certification. So it's not a dense agenda. This is more like an informal event, let's say very flexible, more towards discussion, free flow. So we will see where this drives us. And I will start with presenting the mentors we have with us today. And then again, maybe the ones who are not co-hosts and have arrived maybe later the event can let me know that they're here in a message, in a DM. And I will start shortly on my screen with, let me just find, okay, the diploma for Gabriel. So Gabriel, Marin Brito, he was one of your mentors. I will take them in the order they are on my screen. So I will give the chance to speak a bit to Gabriel. And at the end, I will also present him with his diploma. Hello, Gabriel.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Christina. Welcome, everybody. It was a pleasure to be part of this program. At the beginning, I wasn't aware of the impact it will have. Uh, I remember the first session where the count of attendees were above the limitations of the Zoom session. And it was a surprise for us, a good surprise because of how many of you were participating, and then to know about how many of you had the chance to complete the assessment exam, the certification exam. So it was very good and rewarding to know all these good results, and knowing that I was part of of this program. And as I mentioned, always in training events and other certification preparation events that we did, for example, for other certification, is that Um, certifications are keys that open doors for new job opportunities and other kind of work opportunities. So are very important, and UiPath certification are recognized globally. So this program was a, a, a great opportunity for many people. So we are glad that it was really successful. So thank you for participating.
Thank you, Gabriel. And just for everyone to also get a chance to see your diploma. So a certificate of recognition will be given to each of our mentors today, and we really thank you, Gabriel, for your efforts, and again, for participating as a mentor in the AI Associate Developer Series 2024.
Thank you.
And next, let's move to Pranav. Pranav, would you like to say a few words to our audience?
Definitely. I want to thank you each one of the participants. I remember what Gabriel was telling. When we started the session, we didn't realize the massive scales of participants who will join it. So it was like we started with a limitation of 600, 700. Then you realized, okay, we are crossing it. We have to you have again created another link. So that's how we understand how people are interested to make this a big success. And what I realized, it's not just this session. After the session, I got a few emails like, Pranav, you explained this scenarios, what was happened, what has happened, and also in the LinkedIn, that few of when they connected, they asked, okay, I like your sessions, or how I can continue more on that. So after receiving those things, we feel ourselves very grateful and more energized to work for the community better, because if your contribution is making someone happier, then it makes you to do great for them. So this is what we realized it, and all of our participants and mentors who have put their hard works, I really appreciate and want to congratulate, thanks them for putting this. And also the participants who are not just be there on without video call and doing anything, but be a active participants and asking questions. So thank you each one of you.
Thank you very much, Pranav. It was great having you on the series. And again, you will receive by email your diploma later. Thank you for participating as a mentor with us through the last fall AI Associate Developer Series 2024. Let's see who we have next. Let's give Priya next the microphone to prioritize the ladies. Priya, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Chris. First of all, thank you to the UiPath community managers for putting this program together, because arranging such a program globally is definitely not easy, especially with all those different time zones, having so many different sessions. It's definitely a lot of hard work. And I'm glad like you guys were able to put up a schedule and find the right people. And I would also like to thank our co mentors, like the co MVPs that we have on this call, because each and every one, like every time we reach out to say like, hey, let's collaborate on this topic, or like when a topic is given, no one is saying like, oh, I can't do this. They will try to like go back, learn, because AI is definitely like brand new. And I will say that like as we go along, we ourselves are learning. So for me, at least, like for this session, I put in a lot of effort, like, doing my research, getting the materials ready, putting things together. And it was really nice to collaborate across globally and have multiple MVPs, like, take part. And it was truly fun doing this, because this is more exciting when it comes to like showing demos or like learning new concepts. And I would say like the audience, the participants really made a difference, because here like I said, like as we are learning, they also asked very intuitive questions, which made us think and go back and like look for those answers and come back to them. So that was really like very insightful, and thanks to the audience for being amazing. And like there's no such thing as silly question. Always keep this question, because this curiosity is what is going to take you to places. And don't stop your journey here, because this is just the beginning. There's more to go. So cheers to all of you.
Absolutely. And thank you very much, Priya, for joining us on this program. It was great having you. And hopefully, yes, we'll see you also this year for the next step.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, let's move to Divi. Divya, can you unmute and say a few words, or if not, we understand.
Chris, am I
Hey,
audible now?
Divi. Yes, you're audible. A bit faint, but
Yeah, please feel I mean, you guys can have a little bit noise behind me because of my daughter. That's fine. But yes, when it comes to the AI series, right, it is not only about mentoringship. It was all about more learning for ourselves as well. So it is like we have learning how we can collaborate together, how we can bring so many topics into a single table. How it is not when we were talking about, right, AI series was not only about, like, let's when we consider the developer series, we will be more concentrating only about the studio robot or the orchestrator. So we will be revolving around those concepts. But when it comes to the AI associate developer, it was more about the different things comes into the single table. So that is where we were able to explore many things like an integration services, basics of the document understanding, or the studio orchestrator. I think that was a one single platform. Everybody could at least get in touch of each and every part of the UiPath products. So that is where it made me to amused and gave me so much of energy to be a part of it, right? So definitely I'll be looking into work with all the guys once again, maybe this year if I can get a chance for sure. So I'll be looking forward to connect with all of you. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Divya. Thank you for also joining us last year. I know it has been an effort, and thank you for joining us today because I know you have to take care of your little daughter. And happy birthday. So let's move next to Marcelo. Let's see where we have Marcelo. Marcelo, would you like to
Yes.
take yeah.
Yeah. So hello everyone. So yeah, it was in first of all, thanks to everyone that joined and believed on the series to take the certification. I think look into the success rate, it was a great results. So many people passed it, and I saw at least in the last weeks a lot of people on LinkedIn sharing their success on passing the associate certification, and that's really good. It's awesome feeling, and feeling grateful for having in some way contribute to that. And also thanks to UiPath team for organizing this. As Priya mentioned, when it was kind of difficult to rearrange for all the time zones and so many people joining to the event. I got a bit surprised when I saw the first time so many people joining, and I feel a bit intimidated also because I never talked with so many people in like presenting something in a meeting. So it was a bit of a challenge for me, at least on the first session that I talked with. So yeah, I think it was great for both both the viewers that were seeing the and learning with us, and also on our side, the mentors also we learn always something new and interact with each other, and also gain in some way skills on presenting as we have done. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and maybe we'll see you again on the next learning series coming this year.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Marcelo, for your words, and thank you for the big effort you placed. I know you replaced your colleagues, so you were there to catch when somebody was not available. You were always there with answers. So really appreciating your input on this as well as everyone else. What I have to say about the series is like this team really worked as a team, and I really loved that about you, and it was a great feeling. I feel like our audience also felt it. Let's move to Kai next, because we also have Kai with us, and then we'll see if we have anyone else as well. Kai, would you like to say a few words?
Hello. Yep. Hi. Hi, everyone. Yep. Congrats on your certifications. I think besides the learning and all that, I hope at least you've been able to make some friends, right? Through the threads, through the online discussions that you've had. And yeah, just continue to stay hungry and learn more new things along the way. I think even us as mentors, we are learning the new stuff right now, right? With all the agents, new features like Agent Builder, so on and so forth. So yeah, thanks to everyone. Thanks to Christina and the team as well for organizing this very thoughtful recognition event. Yep. Thanks everyone.
Thank you very much, Kai. And I know that for you, maybe it was a challenge because we know like the time schedule on this was like very comfortable for some, very uncomfortable for other mentors.
Yeah, actually, I was
Still,
taking this in my I was in Vegas for the Forward event when my when my event was up. I was taking the call in my hotel at like 4:30 in the morning, if I recall. But yeah,
yeah,
but I mean the moment I went into the session, there were 200 over participants, and I'm like that woke me up immediately. So very happy about the turnout, and I'm sure that yeah, that
yeah.
you're happy about the turnout as well. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that really shows like the power and commitment you have for community, because I know like at least 3 of you did this, like really pushed the time zone to make these sessions and took sessions in very early morning hours or even during the night to be able to make it. And this shows also the power of our MVPs and the mentors in our community, like how much they want to give back to the community and how much they believe in the potential our community has. So it's great to see this. So on my list, I don't see anyone else present, but if there is any other mentor present, please unmute. So the last one I saw on my screen was Kai. Priya, is there anyone else?
I think
I think
Russell's here.
Russell is here? Okay,
yes.
okay, Russell. Hey,
Hey everyone, sorry. Hey everyone.
hello. Tell us
Hi,
your
and
words.
congratulations everyone um for passing the AI associate developer. It's really a privilege for each and every of us here as your mentor and having you attend each of those and answering his questions. And with everything that we do, whether it's for the community, whether it's for our work, so there's this motivation, right? In this case, have joining or participating in this exercise, our motivation is for you to succeed and pass the exam, and that's really what makes us different, right? And seeing the number of passers and being able to uh, to uh, to pass the exam and get your certificates, that really is one of the driving force why every one of us as our mentors are doing this. So again, I'll keep it short and again, thanks everyone for joining wherever you are, and yeah, let's hope you can use this new knowledge of yours and credentials in your work or in your personal or career goals.
Thank you very much, Russell, and thank you for joining us also. I know it's an uncomfortable hour a bit for you. So I will stop sharing now. Let me just check whether we don't have any other mentor in the audience. Is there anyone else? I think Russell was the last that joined. Okay. So I think we're good now, and we can maybe open up, let's say, the stage for our attendees with their feedback, their questions, and also the message and any message they might want to have for our mentors and your opinions on the program. So we're really willing to hear from you. Let me just check whether everyone is able to unmute. Okay. So let's raise hands so we can have a clear recording, and let's start getting the discussion started. So who would like to speak? Just you can unmute, you can raise a Zoom hand and start asking or giving us feedback. I certainly hope we have some because I know you guys were pretty vocal on the forum and also in the forums. So let's see who would like to speak from the audience.
Hi, Christina. This is Anandan.
Hello, Anandan.
Yeah, hi. This session was very useful to us. Actually, I thought of taking the certification, but due to the higher price, so I keep on posting that certification. So with the help of this course and mentorship, right, I'm able to go through easily the course and able to certify this UiPath associated EA certificate. Yeah.
That's great. So you took the exam?
Yeah, I took the exam and cleared that one. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. How?
Yeah, is there any other certification is coming like this? Awarding with free voucher?
We will see. So we will start at the end of the event today. We will start the pre-registration form for the professional AI series for the next level certification. And we will see on that. So when we start this kind of series, we have to start also a discussion with the certification team and agree with them some objectives. And then I really hope we will be able to make available the same kind of format and same kind of objectives for you, ending up in certification with the professional
Yeah.
AI series. And we will start the pre-registration today, so I can also have a value proposition for our team.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Very glad you
Really,
enjoyed.
the session was useful. Yeah.
Glad that you also found it useful and that I hope the timing was good in your professional timeline and it was welcome. Let's see who else.
Hi, Christina. Prasad here.
Hello, Prasad.
First of all, I would like to thank you all. Thank you and your team for organizing such a wonderful session. To be honest, when I started attending the sessions, I thought like you are covering very basics and it is normal session only. But later I realized it is very useful and continued my journey. And also I cleared my certification. After me, now other people at my organization started working on it, and hopefully the upcoming sessions will help them. And also the upcoming professional certification also help us to clear the next levels.
Absolutely. So it's great that you also served as a model for the rest and as an inspiration in your organization with this program, if I get it correct.
No.
Yeah. So just for you all to know, so all the resources that were made available during this series, like the form thread, the entire landing page of the series containing all the sessions content, so that will remain online and valid. So you can really share it within your organization or with your peers if anyone else is interested in having a roadmap and some, let's say, helping assets for this certification. They can use that anytime. The content will be there and available, so they can go through it self-paced at any time, complete the academy course, and attempt the certification.
Yeah, that's
So
fantastic.
feel free to pass it forward. Yes.
Sure. Even I saved the recording links that you shared after every session, and they are already going through them, and few of them already completed half of the sessions. And if they get any and coupons like this, there will be more people because most of them are from freshers. So again, certification for whom the cost will be a burden. I told them to wait for the next session to clear the test exams and to get coupons and all.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I will share again the landing page link where you have absolutely the whole content of the series. So each and any of you who wants to share this, here you have the recordings and the decks for all the sessions on this link. So the whole content is there. Salma.
Christina, just one comment on Prasad's testimony is that Prasad, first of all, thank you for sticking around. So when Christina built this curriculum, we all mentors pitched in on how the topic is to be designed. And we made sure like it's from beginners, like even for people new to UiPath
Yeah.
should be able to get into this. So that's why like we had like, some of the very basic sessions at the beginning, and then we moved on to the AI specific content. So that way everybody can be included in this. So like you said, if you have freshers in your company who are brand new, they can also take this. And that's a really great motivator that you have taken it and you can set a best example. So please continue to share your message to people in your organization, and that will really help your knowledge as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Priya. I understand the same thing. Like I'm being an experienced guy, I thought the beginning sessions will be boresome, but you never let them like that. It was a very fantastic session. In each and every session, even I know the topic, I learned something new at every point. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Prashad, and thank you, Priya. Yes, maybe I will let the mentors answer after each intervention because that's why you're here. So that would be good input as well. Let's see, Salma. Salma?
Yes, hello all. I hope you are well. I'm so late because the series has ended, and I'd like to know if this series will be repeated once more, and how to register in the series of the AI professional.
Okay. So I think I will answer first that one. So if we repeat the AI associate series, we might probably wait till half of the year to see whether there are any updates brought on the certification, and probably roll it out the same, like much more closer to the end of the second half of the year, like in the autumn, like this was. It's not for certain now, but if there is demand, probably we will do that. For now, what we are looking at now is maybe to start the level 2 certification, the continuation of this series with the AI professional certification series. And that we will probably try to roll out somewhere in May or June. We will see how the timeline falls with all of the mentors, with us. We will discuss it also with the certification team. And at the end of today, I will send a pre-registration link for that series. So you can enter the database, and when we open the series, you will get an email from us. Anybody else
Thanks
wants
a lot.
to
Thank you so
comment
much.
to Salma? See, we have, I think, okay. Okay.
Yeah, hi,
Hello.
Christina. Good afternoon.
I will just say Ebel.
Ebele, but you tried.
Ebele. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you kind of answered my question. I wanted to ask if we get a chance to take this AI specialized training program certification again. But I heard you say sometime in May or June that you discussed with the certification team, you and the training team and your team will discuss with the certification teams if they can roll out vouchers, right? Yeah, okay. So that's what I wanted to ask, but you answered it in the last comment.
So you are interested in this same exact series, in the associate series, or in the professional series, the professional?
Associate, please.
Associate, yeah. So yes, if that will happen, it will be most probably repeated in the second half of the year. I can't promise now, but because the certification goes through updates every year, and now we are trying to do the continuation for this one, and we will see whether we can roll it out perhaps as we did this year. So more towards September, October, something like this.
Thank you. I'll keep watch. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Gathan?
Yeah, thank you for the training for all the mentors. Actually, I am the fresher for this UiPath, and I am successfully cleared the certificate exam also. And forward, I'm looking for the professional.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody has, oh, we have one more. Swindar? Hello.
Hi, Christian.
Hello.
Thank you for attending, making this session possible, first of all. And I would like to thank all the mentors. So they made it all the sessions like easy walk in the park. But when I tried to follow it up after the session, right, it was a bit tough. But when I look into the TV Path forum, they have all the answers required, so it was very much helpful, and I would like thank all the mentors again. So they made the effort, and so this is my first time jumping into AI. So I have the developer advanced developer certification, but this is my first time jumping into AI, and I have learned a lot. So thank you everyone for making it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I see. Okay, we can let's see if anyone has any questions now about the program or any questions specifically for the mentors today.
I see a question from Josh regarding the topics that we covered. And maybe I want to ask him more, or and also comment a little bit about how we plan this series of events. I think Priya mentions something. It was a challenge because this exam covered topics from beginning, from foundation topics to more advanced topics. So we try to cover as much as possible. Anyway, I'll be interested in knowing, Josh, if you can tell us a little bit more about what specific topics you see that were not covered, and maybe in future events or in future experiences we can be more careful in covering those. If you can comment a little bit more about it, if possible. If not, you can leave a message.
Hi, is it okay if I speak?
Absolutely.
Hi.
Of course.
Nice to meet all of you, and thank you so much for this session. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was about the exam, but I remember feeling so prepared going in. I did the practice exam probably 10 times, did well on it, did all the quizzes again over and over. I completed the learning plan, I don't know, 5 times, maybe 4 times, but and then once I got into the exam, it was like a completely different language. I don't remember exactly what questions it was, but I swear almost half of it was not even in the learning plan. And I thought
Okay.
that was very, very, very disheartening. And I don't know, it made me question this whole thing, I guess. Although I learned a ton from this. So if I had the chance to do it all over again, I would in a heartbeat. I don't know. I don't know how to prepare for this retake, I guess is what I'm saying. And I'm retaking it later today because I spent the last month studying again. And to be honest, I'm terrified to retake this exam because I don't know I don't remember what I failed on because I don't remember seeing it, if I'm being honest.
And do you have now your score report or of your pass of
Yes.
your exam? So maybe it will be valuable to use the table with the topics to see what are your strong points or your weak points, and to
Yep.
focus on that.
That's how I
Maybe
approach to studying over the last month.
because
Something I can point out
that
there
is something valuable, because you can have a categorization of topics, and I understand what you mean by feeling like scared, because everybody feels scared before taking an exam, all of us, and sometimes you pass and sometimes you don't. There is one of our MVPs that even post a video of not passing an exam and his experiences. It was very valuable for many of us.
It was this
And
exam, actually. If you
it was
mean
this
Yepe,
exam,
if you mean
actually, yeah.
Yepe, yeah. So one of our MVPs has a YouTube video, Yepe, on failing the associate exam. So yes, it happens to, let's say, everyone.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand it happens. I just, would like to know how to prepare for it if some of the things on the exam aren't going to be in the learning plan.
My recommendation to you, and not only for this exam, I have more experience preparing students for developer professional or in the past advanced RPA developer, is that use, for example, the assessment exam to evaluate your level.
Is that the same
But
practice one?
there is the practice test, yes. Yes, the practice test. Use the practice test to evaluate your level, but see it not. You have to consider that your practice test will be easier than the exam. So I always recommend this. Go to the exam if you did the practice test with a very high score, not a 70 score that is the score needed for passing the exam. Your practice test score needs to be much higher than that. And it is also something that you can use once, or maybe separating it sometime, because as the practice test doesn't mix the questions, if you do it one and then you do it again, it can confuse you, because you may remember the questions and maybe you are good, but maybe your level is not so good. So you have to choose when to use that practice test. Probably it is best to use it after preparing, so you can have a good evaluation of yourself and to determine what topics you need to study more, and then you go to the certification exam. This is a recommendation I usually do for all kind of exams for UiPath, because I see this. Practice tests are much easier. So you can use it, are valuable for you to evaluate yourself and identify your weak points. But you don't have to use it to feel confident that, okay, I'm at 70, so I'm good. No, you're not good. So probably you will need to study a little bit
great
more.
with the practice exam. I had no issues with the practice exam.
Okay.
Something that
Well,
sticks on my report card. There's a section called Updates Introduced to 2023.10, and this was not a chapter in the learning plan. This I had to find as a completely separate learning plan just by Googling those words. I thought that was a bit weird.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, maybe let me just hop in a bit here. So actually, my session 7 on active learning and the generative classifier and extractor, right? That's supposed to cover 23.10 updates. And I think maybe we should have done a better job in, I guess, naming the session to say specifically that that session 7 was to cover the updates for 23.10. So yeah, I guess, but I think if maybe to answer your core question, right? What else can you do to prepare for the exam? I think you've already done pretty much everything in your power to prepare for that. You even went down to comb through the documentations for the updates on 23.10, which I personally did that as well when I took the exam, because that part of the exam really it's not as straightforward as the other portions, right? Where there's a specific page you can go to or a specific session that you can go to. So I think just have confidence in yourself. I think if you've put in the work, you'll be fine, right? Just be confident. And I do agree with you that you know the practice exam, because in essence they can't use the same question bank, right? And it's always a little bit simpler. So it seems like there's some you will never see the same question pop up, even if it's paraphrased, right? So they don't even paraphrase the question banks in the practice exam and put them in the real exams. And so I too sort of got a shock when in any exam, and this is not just for UiPath, right? If you look at other technologies, you'll get that same shock basically. But I think to answer your question, I think you've done pretty much whatever you can. And yeah, just gotta be confident, and I'm sure you'll pass lah. Yeah.
And I
Well,
agree
thank you.
with Kai, Josh. I think Gabriel and Kai really spoke what was on my mind as well. Because I hope, like, you know, like the question bank keeps changing. So I'm very sure that you will not get the same set of questions again. I bet like you got like all the hardest ones in your set.
The exam questions change every time you retake it?
Yes. Yeah. If you and
Wow.
I take the exam, you and I will not get the same set of questions. They probably
Huh.
have like a set of 200 questions, and it
Absolutely.
varies what you get.
Yes, it's a
Oh,
random
wow.
choice out of a set of questions. So because yeah, if it were the same, you could
Then
you
yeah,
could
then we
very
can
easily pass it on to the next colleague. So it's a random choice of questions each test.
Cool. Now I
This
feel
is
much better about my retake. Hopefully I get different questions.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. And this time, I bet like, you know, you will feel more confident because you've already taken it. And so you're well prepared. So don't be afraid. And I know like we've all been there. And especially, you know, like if you take any Microsoft or like any Pearson VUE type of exams, most of the time the language is kind of like, you know, twisted. So it will make
Mhm.
you re-question yourself, like, am I reading this right? And there'll be like four possible, all four of them will look right. So
Mhm.
that's the most confusing part. So there is like probably like one word. So mainly, especially in English, like they will like twist the words to be like riddles to find the right answer. And for people, especially for me, English is my second language. So for me, I have to read it like 4 times before I like, am I reading this right? Is this what they are asking? So I have to put myself in their shoes to perceive, is my perception correct? So
Right.
don't worry, you're not, it's not just you. All of us have been there. And this is like not just AI series, like be it any developer or any Microsoft exam as well. Like if you take in any MCTS type of courses, like even there, the questions are very similar. And even the options, they will just put a simple dot to say like, oh, this is the answer, but you would have chosen something else. Or like even with the case. At least lucky for us here, there's no problem with the casing here. Not so
Mhm.
much. So we are lucky. And like Gabriel said, don't saturate yourself with a practice test, because what we do is like if you're confident the first time you take the practice test, you take 90, and you're like, next time I want to get like 95 or 98, and you retake it immediately, what happens is like you start retraining your brain. You become like the AI model that you start training yourself. So now you start storing those questions, and then your brain remembers that. And now you feel like, oh, I don't even have to read the entire question. I know what's the answer.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense.
So give a gap. So let's say you take one practice test now, give it like 4 hours, and then like try to come back or like the next day, and probably you get a different set of questions.
Cool. Thank you so much, everyone.
All the best.
Thank
Josh,
you.
all this being said, I think you have my email address. So if you wish to give this feedback and maybe attach your scorecard, you can send me an email and I can try to give the feedback forward.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe that will like to, let's say, to end up good on both sides and on the winning side for everyone who will be taking the certification onwards also. Yeah. And I think it might have been, let's say, also a problem with the fact that I remember the learning plans were in transition then with Academy, and we had that problem with the transition of the learning plan. We tried to speak with the team, so we sort of managed it, but I think we had some, let's say, a small amount of people that might have been affected. I don't know if this was really the case for that, but anyway, give me the feedback because I'm willing to look into it further and to see what we can do better as community, let's say as a community team for to make sure that everyone feels confident into taking this exam forward. Okay, let's see who else. I've seen we had like a bunch of questions and comments in the chat about who received the free voucher for the exam. The answer is everyone who completed the program criteria got a free voucher for the exam. Not everyone who registered. There were pretty hard criteria about 3 stages. People had to complete the academy learning plan. Then they had to pass a test, a verification test. And those who passed the verification test got a 50% or 100% voucher for the exam, depending on their score on the test. So there were program criteria in place, as there will probably be with every type of certification, leading to certification program moving forward. So definitely with this kind of programs moving forward, you can each time expect a criteria of completion for the academy learning plan and a verification test designed by the certification team, because it's also a big investment, and let's say we want to make sure that everyone arrives very well prepared as we can take them to the stage where they actually take the exam. So we keep figuring this out, but I think last year we did pretty well. The percentage of the ones who passed, so the ones who got the vouchers, and the percentage of the ones who passed is over 55%. So it's a very, very good percentage out of the batch, which means that you first did a very good job and staying engaged and learning. The rest of you, I'm sure, did a very good job also in advancing with the learning and have a pretty good chance now the next time they will take the exam. And of course, our mentors did an incredible job with you as well. And hope the forum thread also maybe helped. Let's see if we have any other questions, because we are getting closer to the end. Anyone else who wishes to speak or ask a question to the mentor or give us feedback? Let's see if we find some usual suspects here whom I might know from the forum. I knew Josh. He was also very vocal on the forum, and I really appreciate that he had the chance to speak with us today. So let's see who else. I see we also have Srini, and Srini didn't get a chance to talk as a mentor. So if we could just give a chance for Srini to maybe say a few words. Srini? Hey, Srini.
I joined late.
No worries, no worries. Good, good that you caught us. So you have the chance to address the people who are in the program and say your opinions and your experience as a mentor, maybe.
Yeah, it's first of all, I want to thanks for the UiPath for initiating this this event actually, and yeah, we had a good connect with the participants as well, and had a talk in couple of sessions as well, which went well, and it is a huge success. Got to know from Christina. Yeah, and thanks for everyone for participating and making it success. Yeah, it's all about the participation of the participants, right? So, and I hope everyone has had a good learning of what AI Center and these things, right? So thank you, and thank you for making me mentor also. Yeah, that's all I want to say.
Thank you, Srini. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you also for taking the time and joining us today. I see we have a question from Ashwin. Ashwin,
Yeah,
would
hi
you?
Christina. Yeah,
Hello.
actually, I have So actually, I could not complete all these sessions and I lost the opportunity. But anyways, I am already preparing for the professional certification, so I could not concentrate on this. So whenever there will be a next certification that you will be bringing up, is it possible that, okay, I have done professional, but I would like to go for AI certification. So will there be any chance of getting AI exam voucher instead of professional at that time? I can satisfy all the criteria that you will be putting on and giving the test, whatever required.
So at this point, I cannot promise that we will be able, like for the professional series, to also give vouchers for AI associate again. I can definitely promise that I will try to maybe for us to finish that program in with vouchers for AI professional. That's also dependent on many things, but hopefully we will manage it. The option to have associate instead of professional, it's not very much in our power. I can try to see if I can obtain that, but it's a low chance at this point because every program of this type moving forward, it will be like really focused and targeted, like a framework. So there will be an intensive training schedule for the desired learning plan. The learning plan will have to be completed. Then there comes a verification test, and then the entire process leads you to the focused certification, which is the objective of the program. So when we have this whole narrative linked one episode to the other, it's very hard for us to put a different objective at the end of it and to justify it internally. I would see whether that's possible. But anyway, I'm sure, like, even if you attend the professional series, it will be very useful for you in terms of upskilling, no matter whether you take the professional or the associate next. I'm sure it will give you much better chances for each of them because the learning plan for the professional is like 80% or 70%, let's say, what the plan was for the associate. So it's very much there in the same area, only with the last part of the plan being the most difficult part, which relates to the professional.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I see Gabriel here told you a bit about the prerequisites for the professional certification. So indeed, for the AI professional certification, so for the specialized AI professional, you should have gained at least one previous certification. You have three choices. Only one is mandatory, not all three. So either developer associate, developer professional, or AI developer associate. So there are three choices in between these three. One of them must be a credential that you already own. Let's see if we have any other, are there any other questions or interventions? Any other comments or feedback you'd like to give?
I would just like to add that if we do this series again, like later in the second half of this year, and if people are preparing, I would say like keep up to date with the latest releases and keep reading the release documents or attend the demo days, just so you know like what are the latest features, and then you can go back and read because even the exam as the product keeps evolving, like we need to keep updated as well. So even for us as mentors, like we always like try to go back and learn like what's new, so that way like when the product changes, the certification also gets upgraded. So just keep an eye out for not just for like AI series in general, like the developer just the associate developer, or even like any certification that you take, try to take it with the latest product knowledge that you have. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Priya. That's a very good observation to keep up with the product because indeed, as you noticed also with the Academy plan, so the product is dynamic. We have one big release, but except for that one big release per year, the products keeps changing every time. So we have these demo days, we have the updates. the product won't remain the same, like in a window of 6 months probably. And there are these updates that we have to look into. We have had one more question about the certifications we mentioned. So these are the official certifications from UiPath, not the academy diploma for the learning plan. It's not mandatory that you have paid for it, but it is the official credential for certification, which means like probably if you don't have a voucher now, yes, indeed, they would be paid. But it's not the credential you get from completing the learning plan in academy. And now, because we're closing into the end, I will just see whether any of our mentors have anything left to say for today, or if they want to make any more comments, or even just say goodbye to you all after today. So if you want to, please feel free to unmute any of you. I'm glad that you had the chance to give all this helping advice and comments on the program, on the exam. So it was great to have you today. So I think this is a wonderful chance that we all have met, and you have the chance to also say your final regards to your students.
I'll go first then. Everyone, congratulations once again. I will just say keep learning, and that's what is gonna keep you updated. So don't ever give up. I know sometimes like you may hit the wall, so you're not alone. Always come back to the community, ask any questions, and like there's no such thing as silly questions. So please feel free to use the resources that you have, because it's not always like a solo battle that you have to fight. You always have like people that can help you, and continuously keep getting certified like every year or every 2-3 years, so that like you are up to date, because there's the new agent builder coming across, there's an agent orchestration coming up, so you might see like more certifications in the upcoming years around that areas as well.
Thank you, Priya. Okay.
Okay,
Can you...
just a few words. Again, as Christina mentioned, the passing rate was very high. Anyway, if you didn't pass, continue preparing. Give it a new opportunity to take the exam. So sometimes it needs a second attempt. I need more preparation. Count with us. We are always in the forum or in this kind of events. So also we will be willing to help you. And regarding updates, it is good to keep updated, but also don't be afraid that all the updates will be present on the exams. That information is accurately described on the exam description. So it is good for you to keep updated, but don't be afraid that the last update will be present on an exam. You can be sure if it will be or not by reading the exam description that is published on the certification webpage. So you can determine that. So best of success for the upcoming test.
Thank you, Gabriel. Okay. Anyone else? Or okay, I just shared again the pre-registration form for the AI professional, specialized AI professional developer series. So you can copy paste to make sure you keep the link. Let's say we have a deadline for pre-registration for the next 2 weeks. When you have this time window to complete the pre-registration form, to share it with persons in your organizations who might want to register for this program, share it with any peers that might be interested, and we will be sharing again to everyone a notification throughout the group when the series will be announced, so that you have the possibility to register. There was another question in chat about the certifications needed. So again, the program, AI, Specialized AI Professional Developer, it will be open for everyone. So everyone can join, no matter whether you have a certification or not. You can join and upskill. In order to gain the end certification, like the Specialized AI Professional Developer certification, you will need to have a previous credential for one of the prerequisite certifications, which we mentioned, which are Developer Associate, Developer Professional, or AI Developer Associate, these three. So one of them will have to already be in your portfolio in order to be able to take the level 2 certification for AI, the Specialized AI Professional. Okay, so I hope this was a pleasant event for all of you, a pleasant reunion. I think it all brought us like a sense of, let's say, gratitude and joy to see everyone here, to realize how much our audience was really engaged in this program, how much it mattered, and also how much it mattered for you, our mentors. So thank you everyone for today, and see you soon with the next announcement. Bye.
Thank you, Chris. Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, Christiana. Bye.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.